These humble men foolishly preach without worldly recognition. These humble men foolishly toil in the field of lost souls without earthly rewards. These humble men foolishly tarry without asking how long, and foolishly find joy while spending time with Jesus. The real fool is the man or the woman who thinks that preaching is foolishness. For it is preaching that erases the horrors of hopelessness. It is preaching that removes the bitterness of failure and the misery of mistakes. It is preaching that wipes away the torment of tears and the powerless of fear. It is preaching that expunges the embarrassment of humiliation and the hurt of heartache. And it is preaching that reaches into the hearts of man and plants the seeds of salvation that with prayer it will one day germinate and save a soul. If that's foolishness, you can just call me a fool right now. But just call me a fool for Jesus. Because I was a wretch undone. Because it was preaching that first caught my attention one day, way back in 1962. It was preaching that introduced me to Jesus. It was preaching that taught my soul to sing. It was preaching that showed me I was a wretch undone. But more importantly, it was Jesus that provided salvation to not only me, but to everybody in here and everybody around the world. Can I get a witness? It was Jesus who was whipped and tortured all night long. It was Jesus who carried an old rugged cross up a hill called Golgotha. It was Jesus who said these three words: Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. It was Jesus who was pierced in his side. It was Jesus who was hung high and stretched wide for my justification. It was Jesus who hung his head in the locks of his shoulders and gave up the ghost. It was my Jesus who died on that old rugged cross. It was my Jesus who was put in Joe's pirate tomb. It was my Jesus who stayed there all night Friday, all day Saturday, all night Saturday night, but early. My Jesus. Talking about King Jesus. Talking about the lily of the valley. Talking about the bright and the morning star. I'm talking about Mary's baby. I'm talking about the one who walked on water, who turned the water into wine. It was my Jesus who got up with all power. The foolishness of preaching. God bless you.
Yes.
The foolishness of preaching.
Yes.
God bless you. The doors of the church is open.
Amen.